Hello and welcome back to the Hollywood Actor's Guide to Surviving the Film and Television Industry, where we talk about acting, the business, and how to survive this life of being an actor. All right, as usual, let's start off with talking about the juicy thing that we're all here for, acting. I know we've all heard somebody say that performance was just so truthful, or find the truth in the scene. And I think it's spot on. I think that something that separates an amateur actor from a professional is knowing the difference between fact and truth. Robert McGee, who wrote the book Story, if you're interested in understanding more of how story is told, especially in screenwriting, he said something great. He said that what happens is fact, not truth. Truth is what we think about what happens. So many times as actors, we are asked to find the truth of the scene, and we are asked to have a point of view from our characters. And many times if you ask an actor who's starting out what your character's point of view is of the scene, what they're going to do is they're going to give you a list of facts about the scene. And in no way are they going to tell you how the character feels about what's happening, right? And so if you're playing Lady Macbeth and it's the scene where she's trying to wash the blood off of her hands, the truth is, if you're starting out as an actor and you don't know the difference yet, how do you feel about the scene? Well, I've helped kill this man and there's blood on my hands and I can't get it off. Those are facts. That doesn't help your acting. What is the truth of the scene? The truth of the scene is, because I've killed this man, there's this blood and I can't get it off my hands and I still see it, and the guilt is consuming me and I'm terrified of being caught and I'm having all these second thoughts, but I can't go backwards. Which one of those is actually actable? Facts are great. You need to start with the facts. Sure, those are our given circumstances, right? But beyond our given circumstances, we have to know what our characters are feeling in that moment. So next time you start working on something, you need to ask yourself, what is fact and what is the truth? We are brought to you by weaudition.com. Use promo code HAG25 for 25% off a lifetime membership. And I would love to thank We Audition, because this week I had an embarrassment of riches of auditions, and I kept calling up actors and using them for an hour until I exhausted them on working on certain scenes, and then I let them go, tip them, and then find another actor and then use them and exhaust them as a resource. And I'm so proud of the auditions I was able to turn in, and it's because of this amazing resource where there are actors available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that are just happy to run scenes into the ground with you. That's weaudition.com, promo code HAG25. Let's talk a little bit about the business. As we are beginning to open up, and I'm hoping that it continues to open up. Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please. It is time to really start going out there to these film festivals and networking events and hustling again. And I know most of you just cringed into tiny balls of fear. You're going to tell me that you're a terrible networker and all of this other stuff. Well, there are ways of learning how to be a charming person, and being charming is very disarming. And there are some very simple ways of going about this. First of all, you want to respect people. And I know that seems ludicrously obvious, but it's more that when people feel that someone gets them, they'll feel naturally drawn to that person. And so when they find someone who respects their opinion and point of view and experiences and film, you don't even have to agree, but if you show respect, it is absolutely, it will take you so far. The second thing you can do is show vulnerability. If you tell somebody that you're nervous, or you tell somebody like, I feel so overwhelmed at this event, I don't even know who to talk to, and now I'm rambling to you, this stranger, it makes us more human. There's no reason to hide it. And people tend to be drawn to people who are vulnerable because they can feel empathy. The third thing is you want to talk less and listen more. No one cares that you're an actor. I know, it sucks. Your mom cares. It's fine. But when you're out at these events, the more you can get that other person to talk about themselves, the more they are going to actually feel as if you are a great conversationalist and that you're an awesome person. Number 4, I struggle with this. It's remember people's names. And charming people, I'm telling you, they remember people's names. Some of them use the memory palace of mnemonics to do that. Google that if you don't know what that is. Some of them, what I will do is I'll use rhyming or alliteration. And another thing is I will try to use their name as often as possible. So, if I'm talking to someone named Jessica, I will say well, Jessica, how I feel is blah, blah, blah. What do you feel, Jessica? And people very rarely notice that you're overusing their name. And when people hear their name, they actually get a positive, little hit of endorphin, right? Number 5, you want to practice the right body language. Be aware to make sure you're not crossing your arms or you're staring off somewhere else. Look them in the eye. Give them an open heart towards them, and they'll feel that. And number 6, make sure you use the right tone of voice. It's interesting how people will start to become kind of aggressive when they're in a situation that they're nervous. So just take a deep breath. And it's almost like that late night DJ voice. The slower and more calm you can talk, the more someone's going to want to talk to you. Number 7, use the right words. It's amazing what polite language can do for someone. This is not the time necessarily to talk the way you might talk with your friends. You want to be polite and professional and happy, and try not to be negative, right? And number 8, smile. I know we're all wearing masks, but hopefully a lot of these networking events will be outside, so we can feel a little safer with our vaccines. But when you smile, it really is a social cue to somebody else that we are not threatening. So smile. And number 9, praise them. Tell them what thing they have at that industry event, you honestly really like it, and make it sincere. Number 10, find out what they are interested in, and why they are interested in networking. I know we're both here to network. I'm just interested, what are you looking for? What kind of people are you hoping to connect with? Because you may know people that they want to connect with, and they will like you more if you can connect them with those people. And number 11, look for common ground, right? I think that's kind of obvious, but it's good to keep in mind. 12, don't use your phone. I can't believe I have to say this, but I've been seeing this so much that people are using their phone. And lastly, crazy, just be happy. Just be happy. Whatever you have to do to put yourself in a good mood, whatever acting technique you have learned along the way to put yourself in a good mood, if your character is happy, will work just as well in a networking situation. And lastly, I'm going to put this under survival, because not only do I think that this is going to be amazing for you as an actor, but I also think it's going to be amazing for you for your mental health and happiness. And that is being able to find play to access your inner child. Why is that important? I think the reason why children are such great actors is because they don't have any filters, right? They haven't been told as much yet not to do something or no to this. And a friend of mine, her daughter is going to kindergarten, and it was her first week of school, and her daughter is very inquisitive, very friendly, like a natural born scientist. Like, she'll go out and find bugs and bring them in and want to look them up and like talk to everybody about them like this. Her mind is just beautiful and open and wonderful. And she's just so lovely and vulnerable. And now she's in school and she's already getting notes home that she's too talkative and all of these negative things. And this poor girl is being boxed up. And that has happened to all of us. And so what I'm saying is to access the parts of us that make us better actors, to be able to release our self-criticism and to be vulnerable and to find things. One of the things you can do is find something that is pure play. Now, you can do improv classes, then you're killing two birds with one stone, because improv is a wonderful thing to have as an actor. In improv, a lot of it is very much play, very, very much play, and it's lovely and delightful. But even if it's not improv, even if it's mountain climbing or it's yoga with goats, which is a thing here in Los Angeles, find something in which you feel free and you feel childlike. That is what you're trying to access. Is this you want to access the child within you and let them out. I can't stress how important that this is. I am trying to actually go climb in some trees and do some zip lining on one of these weekends soon, because I want to do this very thing, and I'm excited about trying to get back into improv classes as soon as I can. But in the meantime, for you, find something ridiculous to do, whether it's a water balloon fight with your friends or it's skinny dipping in your neighbor's pool. I don't care what it is. Maybe try not to get arrested, right? But you need to find something to unlock your inner child to be at play. And especially if it's something that you can do while you're working on an audition. So while you're doing your lines with a friend or running it in your head, but you guys are out surfing at the same time. Like, I'm telling you, the things you discover as the character when you are not fettered by the rules of the inner adult, of all the adults in your life who have told you to sit down and shut up and don't talk that way and don't do that and don't do this. Go find some things that are playful and that free you. Okay, that's it. I think that was pretty good. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, as always. Oh, thank you so much. If you have any questions, you can email me at hollywoodactorsguide@gmail.com. Reviews are always welcome on iTunes. Break a leg out there, and remember, you are not alone.